What's up, everybody? I'm Brett Medlock here with Curtis Sleme.
Hey.
And today we're going to be talking about Mass Effect Andromeda. Our review, discussion, impressions. Neither of us have beaten the game. Mass Effect Andromeda, first thing, do you like the game?
I really enjoy it. It's really cool.
I really like it too.
I love... you can say what you need to say.
Oh, I don't have much to say.
I love...
Wait. Yeah, dude. We had to shine some light on. Mass Effect Andromeda is getting a ton of criticisms because of either A, it's buggy and glitchy, which I can stand behind. I'm not going to deny it.
I'm having a lot of glitches.
And B,
but it's not running the game for me.
The animations in the face aren't that great, which I also as well can stand behind. I agree. But that does not mean by any stretch of the imagination that this game can't be amazing. Like,
I agree.
I'm sorry. Like, you can go ahead and dislike this video. Give us a thumbs down if you think that face animations and some bugs every now and then can ruin a huge, ambitious
I don't expect this
RPG.
game to be perfect.
I don't expect any game to be perfect. I will agree, though, and I can't deny it. This game runs worse than most games.
Yeah.
Like, I'm being 100% honest. Like, it doesn't always work properly. Sometimes I had to reload my save. And I don't really look at the face animations that much because I read the dialogue. I turn subtitles on. But, like, how do you feel about them?
About the animations and bugs?
And the faces.
Oh, the animations don't bother me. The glitches at times can bother me, but I still love the game. Like,
yeah. So here's my thing about glitches in games. Like this is an example of what happened. I was getting off of my ship going into a town area, and the mission objective, the way it was telling me to go, was back on my ship. This is the type of game where I'm not sure if the game is bugging out or if I just haven't done something.
Yeah.
And turns out the game wasn't bugging out. I just hadn't done something in the area.
Yeah.
So, but I don't like that can happen. Like, you're not sure, is the game bugging out or...
Sometimes my car freezes, and one time I had like the enemies all freeze on me, and it said I was in combat for a long time until I couldn't fast travel anywhere.
Oh yeah, you have to run away.
I do have some like glitches like that, but it doesn't make me hate it.
Yeah, and that's not the point of this video. Sorry. I just wanted to get all the negative out at the very beginning because we're going to tell everything we love about this game because there's so much more to love rather than hate on.
I love being a space explorer.
Me too. I love space now.
Yeah, and we just happened to watch the Star Trek.
Yeah, we were in like a space mode. Like we neither of us have ever seen the Star Trek trilogy, and we just watched all three.
I bought it and brought it over here, and Mass Effect happened to come out, so we've just been watching Star Trek and playing Mass Effect.
So literally, the past 3 days is all day we play Mass Effect, then we watch the Star Trek movie at night.
It's all space stuff.
And then all day Mass Effect,
space,
Star Trek.
Like, is amazing, and like it's cool. You're on a ship.
Yeah,
and you're in a whole nother like galaxy. Yeah, and like you can look at all these different universes and
yeah, it's really awesome.
All the planets. Like I love the view from the ship of like all the planets and the stars and
like the lore behind all of the planets. Like they give you a bunch of information.
Yeah, and you can scan the planets like before you land on them. You can like read about them, their orbital distance, their atmosphere, their condition, and their pressure, like gravity level, and
it's really cool.
Each planet is like its own little open world.
Yeah,
and I love that.
So here's the thing. I feel like we're gonna jump everywhere, but okay. The developer BioWare stated on many occasions, Mass Effect Andromeda is not an open world game.
It's an open space game.
Yeah, but in a sense. It is an open world game. Like, it's so much an open world game. The one thing that it does, though, is it gives you a lot of space that you're not ever going to use. You're just going to drive over it, which is a lot of open world games, like badly put together open world games. But at least in this game, it's a reason why you're driving from point A to point B. You're on a whole planet.
Yeah.
Like, you feel like you're exploring. Like, you're going to uncharted territories, like places no one's ever been before.
And like you meet new species.
Yeah, only 2, which is a big complaint.
Oh, I was gonna make that in the comments.
I mean, we'll get into that in a different video. But anyway, it's an open world game. Let's be honest. Like I am the type of person, I considered the original Mass Effect trilogy open world.
I haven't played the original Mass Effect. You can keep going.
That is a thing to note. We'll get back to that.
Okay.
But Mass Effect Andromeda, it's an open world game. I don't care what the developer says, but it's really well put together, like, in my opinion. Like, you have so much space, no pun intended, to explore. But yeah, CJ did not play the Mass Effect trilogy. I was a big fan. But he just jumped in.
So we have two different, I guess, perspectives going in.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was about.
Yeah, he didn't know about anything with the Citadel or with Commander Shepard or...
And when I started, I was like, I don't know if I like this game.
Yeah, I had a feeling that you were going to think that. I didn't even know if you were going to like it at all.
And then once it started opening up, like I was like...
There's so much to do.
Yeah,
he's literally doing every single side mission and side quest and additional tasks before he finishes the game. He's made it his duty.
Well, I don't want to beat the game and feel like I beat it, so I don't want to do...
Like, go back and do stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I already beat it. Like,
I keep going back and forth. I might finish everything and then beat the game, but I think I'm probably just going to do all the relationship quests, all of the... Not the Citadel. What's the new Citadel called? Like
the Nexus.
The Nexus. All of those quests. And just the main quest. And then I'm going to beat the game. And I'd probably go back. But there's Persona 5 coming out. So I have to play this game like a ton just to do everything I want to do before that game comes out. But yeah, anyway. I've been wondering. Because you hadn't seen like any of the races. Like, they're all new to you. Like, to the people who have played all the other ones, we've seen every race except 2. So how do you feel about, like, did you read up on and find out information on every race and stuff like that?
I read a little bit, but I asked them. Yeah. Because you can go around and I always do every, like, dialogue you can. Yeah. So, yeah, I always ask them about their species when I met them and stuff.
Yeah. I just love... I used to have an app on my phone that came out when Mass Effect 3 came out, and you could literally, like while you're playing the game, you could look up the race, and it tells you, like, a bunch of information on it. They built such a world in Mass Effect. Like...
You mean a space?
No, I mean, like, Mass Effect...
Universe.
The universe, like, it's, like, so in-depth with everything. Like, you know where, like, aliens come from, like, certain ones, and, like, how they live, like, how the... What is it, the Solarians? They only live 40 years, stuff like that. Yeah. The Asari live a long time. What's Drac called? I can't remember. I don't know. The Krogan. The Krogan only, they live a long time. And then the humans are just like our normal lifespan. Yeah. Which is not that much more than the Solarians. But such a world just to dig deep into. And that's not the only, like, not just that, but like Mass Effect, sorry I keep talking so much. Mass Effect Andromeda, it's so intricate with every single little thing that it's doing. Like, the way the conversations work out and the conversations people have, and there's certain parts of the game that I've experienced that you're never going to, just because you chose different people.
I can't believe how much dialogue.
Different dialogue. Like, not just dialogue overall, but dialogue that no one's ever going to hear because they took different people out on a mission, or they didn't choose to do a mission, and then, like, the person ends up not talking to them. Like, they talk to him a different way later. Like I'll take Drac out on a mission, and then I'll come back to the Tempest, and then he'll talk about the mission we just did. Yeah. Does that mean...
But if you took someone else...
Yeah, does that mean if I took someone else, they would, have this long conversation with me about about what we just did? Like, it's crazy.
They put a lot of the dialogue, like... It makes it feel like a real world, like a real experience.
Yeah, like, and that's the thing. Like, I get a AAA vibe from the game in a sense of its grandness, not necessarily from its presentation. Because I would say graphically, it's not super impressive. Mm-hmm. Like, it looks fine to me. It looks good enough. Yeah. I remember that at the very beginning of the game, I thought it looked great, and then as I slowly got further in the game, I'm like, okay, it's like some of these areas don't look that great, but like the AAA-ness that I feel from it is from like the intricate conversations and the choice making and stuff like that, the world building. Mm-hmm. Now, what else you got to say about it?
As we said, I haven't played the old Mass Effects, but what I'm gathering is that you are a Pathfinder.
You're not a Pathfinder in the trilogy. You're a commander of the the ship.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So but it's a very similar role.
You got thousands of people in these little hibernation chambers.
Yeah.
That you're trying to start a new life, find a planets that you can terraform,
so that they can come out
to make them habitable.
So okay, so this is like information that BioWare already gave out before the game launched. So I'm going to talk about it. The Andromeda Initiative is a huge group of people all decide, let's go into cryo sleep and shoot ourselves to a different galaxy.
Yeah.
And try to inhabit it and live there because this one is going to crap. And they left mid Mass Effect 2, if I'm correct. So there's a bunch of events that they didn't even know were going to happen that we know happened, that everyone finds out when they wake up. It's like stuff like that. So I think that's really cool. And like the fact that they show up in the Andromeda Galaxy and all this crap starts happening, they're like, this is a lot harder than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Like, we have to go to these planets, make them inhabitable, while dealing with new alien species, while helping people out.
You get kind of involved in a war.
A war between every race and the Ket, basically. Yeah. And the Ket, they're a cool alien race, I think. Like, yeah. They take people's lives and they, like, turn them into other Ket. But one thing that I love that the game doesn't focus too much on, but I think it's crazy, is the fact that people are still sleeping while other people that were the same age as them are now awake.
Yeah, but we need to make outposts to wake them up.
Yeah, so it could be taking like weeks and months. And I don't even know how much time passes, but imagine like waking up from sleep and then just knowing I'm 2 years younger than this person now. Because I was asleep and they weren't.
Yeah.
Because there's a mission, this isn't very spoilery, there's a mission of a group of people that are on the, what's it called? Not the Citadel.
The Nexus?
The Nexus. And they're pissed off because they want their family awake. Like, they're just living their life. Yeah. And they're just getting older while their family is still in cryosleep because there's nowhere for them to go. And you have to choose if you want to fight for the people and get them out of cryosleep, or if you want to keep them in sleep and like go by the books.
We've never talked about what we chose.
What did you? Okay, we'll talk about this. What did you choose?
I kept them asleep.
Oh man,
I stayed with the initiative.
I didn't. I fought them. I fought for the people.
For the people?
Yeah.
This is for the bigger cause.
All I said was,
we're following the rules.
I told them, this is on you. I'm doing this for you, but you have to ration out the food now. You're gonna have to cut down on a bunch of stuff, and this is what you wanted. So if it's too hard, you're gonna have to deal with it. And I wasn't like, I was like making sure that the guy knew that this was a big favor, that I wasn't, because it actually gives you the option. And I can't keep people from their family. Like
they're gonna wake up soon.
We don't even know how soon. We don't even know how the rest of the game plays out.
Yeah.
Like that's another thing. We can jump into the main story now. Like the Ket, this new alien race, they're keeping us from doing everything basically.
Well, they're the Angara.
Yeah. Is
who we meet, and most of the Ket are Angara.
Yeah, they took them and what's it called? There's a term for it. Like,
I can't remember.
You know what term I'm talking about. So it starts with like an E or an X or something. But they turn Angara into Ket, basically. Like they take over their body and
they steal DNA.
Yeah, and the Angara didn't know for a long time now that they've been killing people that are their people.
Yeah.
So that's just crazy. But yeah. The gameplay. Dude. I'm not even kidding you. This is some of my favorite gameplay in a long time.
Really?
Yeah, like, I love it. I love the jumping, like, how you can jetpack and then shoot to the side and then shoot to the right. It reminds me of that Xbox One exclusive that came out recently. Or Nier Automata. I think you can, like, shoot back and forth in that. And I love that idea. Like, just the, like, quick maneuvering and shooting. Quick maneuver, shooting, jumping, freezing up in the air and shooting. Like, it feels way more, I don't even know how to put it, like, way more intricate. Like, there's much more thought to things. You're not just covering and shooting, but that's kind of what you do.
It is.
Me and CJ took totally different routes. Explain your logic.
Well, I'm not interested in all what you just said.
He doesn't really jump around.
I do jump, and I use the circle boost forward.
Yeah.
and I use the hovering.
Oh, I didn't know you didn't see you do that.
But I don't like it when it comes to combat. I don't like it complicated. I don't like all the fast moving. I upgraded my health, my rifle, my grenades, and I chose like classic combat. I like just covering, shooting, and
what's awesome about that is that it's totally fine. You're not forced to do anything else.
Yeah,
you're going through the game.
I'm happy with how I'm playing.
Yeah, like he's happy with how he's playing, and I'm playing totally different. When I fight, I'm literally zipping around the whole level, just like smashing people and then grabbing people, throwing them into the walls. Like I'm like in the heat of the battle. He's covering like a normal real soldier would.
Yeah.
And we play totally different ways, and I love watching him play because it's so different from me. And then I play, and it's just so much fun. I use a lot of biotic. I think it's what it's called, biotic stuff.
Yeah.
Where I can grab someone, bring them to me, shoot them up in the air, and then shoot two of the people up in the air and hit them, and then hold myself in midair and shoot the people below me, and then slam down on the ground and blow people up. Like, that's awesome.
Oh, not as cool as being a classic combatter.
Classic combatter. That's the thing. I played all the other Mass Effects how you're playing yours right now because I didn't want it to be too complicated because it was all the original Mass Effect trilogy. I feel like was more too technical for my brain. I feel like this one dialed things back a little bit for more like people like you and basically like me. But yeah, anything else you want to go over before we head out of here?
There's a lot. This game, but I just can't think of anything.
You can think of something.
There's so much to say about this game that I can't even narrow it down. Like
here's okay. Don't listen to the reviews if you're like big into like looking at review scores and Metacritics because it's rare that I'll experience a game that I absolutely adore and it be like received critically the totally opposite. Like it's really rare, honestly. Like, like usually when everyone else loves a game, I love it, but it's rare that a lot of people were lukewarm on the game, and I love it. Like I love this game. I'm anxious just to play it after we do all these videos. Know what I mean?
Yes.
Okay.
Hold on. There's too much about this game.
We've said enough. We'll do a separate video that you can find on our channel of reacting to people's comments about Mass Effect Andromeda, and we'll post that separate. But until then, check out our other review discussions. We have real like reviews that are written that we do. I have off-the-cuff reviews. We have a bunch of discussion videos. He's Curtis Sleme looking at his phone. I'm Brett Medlock. We'll talk to you guys later.